Hello everyone, my name is Eosum and welcome back to Regrowth. This is episode 79 and we are standing in the site of a near miss as far as world catastrophes go. Shortly after the last episode ended, I replaced the bulk of the pipes here with mechanism pipes, which was apparently a very bad idea. Didn't even dawn on me earlier today, which is Sunday for me, when my daughter tried to log in and the server kept saying connection timed out, which was really weird. It's never done that before. It's sitting upstairs. There's no connection problems. It's all on my local network. And I went to try and log in maybe an hour ago, and I got the same thing. It's like, well, that's weird. Brought up the server console, and I looked. The server was running 37 minutes behind. It was having so much trouble keeping up. I had to revert back to a 10 p.m. backup on Thursday. So 2 hours or about an hour and 15 minutes after I finished recording, that's when I had to jump back to. Luckily, that was before this whole mess had fully taken effect, and I was able to rip all the pipes out. I did manage to get into the server after a reboot while it was having problems. It was not pretty. All the pipes had little items bouncing back and forth. It was just kind of like you just watching the sand and the gunpowder just kind of doing this. And there were multiple large stacks in there, and the server was so far behind by the time I logged in I couldn't even break the pipes. So I took it all apart as soon as I logged in just in case. So obviously mechanism pipes not so good with inventories like this. So bad. Let's see. Uh-oh, dog attack. So I think what we need to do is this needs to be re-engineered before we can start using this as power. But before we do that, I have to figure out what the dog is doing. Okay, so dog appears to be at least acting sane for the moment. Now, my original plan, and actually I think what we're still going to do, was for this episode to work on some living stone production and to kind of give a rundown of what I plan to start next as far as a large project. And we'll see. So, as always, if you have any project ideas, any suggestions, any mods you want to see looked at, anything like that, anything that was missed or, we kind of glanced over, let me know, because we're to the point in this game where all we have left is to finish off some witchery quests, some mechanism quests, things like that, and there's really nothing else. So we're kind of running out of things to do. And it's the weekend, and apparently I did not sleep enough. You think after a while I would learn. Apparently not. Let's see. We need the floating... Okay. I left my notes downstairs. Oh well, let's wing it and see what happens. Pipes. Some of those. Some of these. Ooh, a lot of those. Maybe some of these. Extraction pipes. Maybe? Where did we leave the grass? Whoa. Frame rate twitch. Good enough. Now let me see here. No. Uses on these. What was... Okay, there it is. Alright, so what we want to do... One of these here... Really? It won't let me? Because that would have been really cool. Use... I wanted to make some of these facades out of dirt, or out of grass, basically. What are they called? Facade. Did I spell it right? Did I not spell it right? No, apparently it's something that just doesn't show up. Alright, well I guess we're not going to use grass. I really wanted to. Let's try with normal stone, since that's what we'll be using. Okay, of course that works. So we'll just make a couple of them here. And then maybe I'll share what I'm actually up to before I forget again. Just so you know, I had this planned Friday, like what I wanted to do, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, it's a great idea, it should be really cool. I started drawing some basic ideas of what I wanted to do. Then I lost that piece of paper. Then I completely forgot what I wanted to do. And I woke up at some point last night and I'm like, aha, I remember. I should write it down. And then I fell back asleep again. Woke up this morning, couldn't remember. Nope. Luckily, it kind of dawned on me at some point. How much space do we have down here? Because I kind of want this to be visible. Yeah, right there. Oh, where do we've basically got everything except that one chunk right there. So that chunk we can't use, but the others around here we can. Maybe we'll just put it right here for now. Button, 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 button. Let's just do... Go grab the grass here real quick. Okay, let's see. We're going to need these. Now, the original idea is to have these on the bottom. Calm down there, frame rate. We don't really need to be that low. And then we take the facades. Oh, no, we need to make these into donuts. Oh, come on. I knew how to do this. Was it like that? No. That's interesting. Why would I want to convert 4 into 1? Weird. Interesting. What does that do? Huh. Oh, come on. How did I make them? Because we've got these right here. Yeah, hollow. Recipe. How did I... Yeah, that is not how I did it. What? That's different. Seriously? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that means you can change what they look like. That's kind of cool. Alright, so apparently we're going to be making some more of these, because last time I made them I could have swore I did it that way, but I guess not. Let's just grab 8. Luckily the cobblestone structure pipes, not expensive. So we'll do this. The idea here is we will attempt to make this not look like poop. There. No. And we put you there. It takes that entire area, so it can hit all those. Now, the fun part. To do this before field trip, I will be right back. All right. Welcome to a place we have not been in a very long time. Now that I think about it, I'm going to take all this stuff back. It does not need to be here anymore. Because we have no real reason to come here anymore. Once we got the pieces we need to start making the crops, we're pretty much done with this place. Yeah, basically what we got here is we've got one of the floating orchids. It's the orchid ignum, though, so it produces from netherrack. And the reason I wanted to come down here is because of this. So we're using hoppers as inputs because they have small inventories. And how are these set up? Less than 50% provides a yellow signal. Okay, easy enough. Red signal, it's set to pulse once, although I don't think that has ever worked right. Then this side, on red it pulses. Alright, so we've got it set. This was running on like a minute timer, or maybe less. It was set just long enough that thing had enough time to convert them. So it fires. That's interesting. Why in the world did I do this? It's to delay this. Oh, okay, I remember. This fired too fast. So what this does is it allows the redstone signal to travel through here. This one keeps it lit long enough for this signal to pass, which then holds it a little longer, to give it just enough time to get that wire lit up, to light all these different things up. Okay, so on red signal, all of these are to pulse. Okay, we can do that. That's easy enough. And you, gimme. And you. Where'd you go? Hey, nope. Uh-oh. I lost it. Did I? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Nuts. Let's recycle bin there. Some mana glass we'll take back with us. Oh, diamond dolly. Some plugs. Yeah, there's really nothing useful here. Alright, now that I've refreshed the memory, I'm going to head back, and I'll be back. Okay, so maybe it wasn't just the, wow. That's not good. Okay, we gotta fix that before this goes south. Ooh, that's not pretty. Okay, so quick fix. Need a chest. Let's just dump all this stuff. We'll figure all that out in a minute. Boxes. We're on borrowed time here. Didn't realize that ticking time bomb was going. How are these not linked? Oh, that's not good either. Oh dear. The game just does not want me to start this project. Alright, let's see if we can't... It's dark, I know. Hopefully you can still see. But, you know, catastrophe and all. Let's see if we can't fix this before everything just falls apart again. I really don't want to have to back the server or restore the server again. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to stop the influx. And we need to... No, that's not going to work. We need attached... How are these not linked anymore? That's just not good. Alright, we'll see if that's enough to start slowing it down a little bit. Okay, there's a little more than... Oh, there's 498 in there. Okay, or 448. Holy smokes. Alright, so what do we got going? We still got a whole ton of stuff flowing through that loop. Alright. Okay, this is the better place to put them. Of course I don't have that anymore. What do we got left in there? I see some gold. Oh, I planted a whole bunch of seeds without even thinking about it. Which means more than likely the mechanism gear was fine. It was this. Because if we pop one of these pipes, which I think we're going to have to, we need to stop that. And this is about to get messy. Oh, good. I think we caught it. Alright, so the loop has been broken. Put all those back. Okay, so they should flow back. Come on, you can do it. It's a one-way pipe. There it is. It's coming right for us. Really slow. Almost. I don't care if you spew all over the ground as long as you get out of this pipe. Come on. Almost. Yes. Better? How are we doing? 8. Yeah, when I logged in before I restarted the server and actually reverted the map, where it says Overworld 8.86, it said Overworld 480. And that's apparently bad. Now, we need to get all this chunk back over there. What I need to figure out is why are these barrels not working? Because some of this stuff should have come out, like the creeper essence, the ender essence, I mean the elementals, that stuff shouldn't have stayed. So something weird's going on back in the sorting system here. Let's go take a peek. We need, probably gonna need these. Alright, what am I got going on here? So, yep, see that's... Stuff's still moving. Are we? I bet we're out of... Oh no, you're keeping up. Go you. Alright, we take you down. What the heck happened to the links here? Oh dear. Alright, troubleshooting. Alright, what do we got for barrels? Okay. We'll sleep just so it's a little brighter. And so I guess you get to follow me around while we try and get this sorted out, just because this is an odd situation I've never encountered before, so we might as well go through the process of attempting to debork it here. Let's see. Let's just get this stuff out of the way. It's always weird how that texture kind of moves. That's not how you're supposed to be. There we go. Got some redstone, air, pipes that I can't walk through, of course. And alright, there's it. So, do we have any of these duped up? No, it doesn't look like we do. Alright, good. Now, what in the world is wrong with you guys? Do you need like an attitude readjustment or something? How can you be messed up on this side? I get the feeling rebooting the server royally screwed these things up. Or restoring the server. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to empty this. Which should be easy enough. None of these can actually take anything. So if we break that... Oh, no, actually I don't want to do that. I don't want to break it. We'll just do this. Okay. Alright, so now if we put you... Oh dear. These are all going to have to be relinked, I bet. Okay. Alright, well, what I'll do then is I'm going to start transporting these back and just relink them all. See if I can get this system functional again, and once that's set up, I will be back. Okay, so I think we can officially call this a case of catastrophic barrel failure. It looks like what happened is all of the B-space barrels failed. So, which seems to have caused all of the transitioning to fail. So none of the materials were moving from the farm to here. Now that may not have been caused by what was going on. The original issue may still have been this, but as soon as the server got reset, I'm wondering if that caused all the barrels to basically freak out. Does this thing actually? Okay, good, it does. Put that back there. So basically what we've got is I have to go around and systematically find all of our barrels and relink them. So like these barrels over here, are they... Yeah, see, like these, the earth and the fire and the creeper say that they're B-space linked, but they're not. The barrels they were linked to completely lost their stats, like they weren't locked anymore, and they were empty, containing something completely different. So that's all messed up. The only ones we really need to worry about are fire and ender, which we don't have any of. Why not? Are you empty? Are you actually empty? You're not. What's up with that? Maybe I added that after. Ender is blue. Blue goes up top, and I went completely over it. What the? Okay, so earth is blue. Creeper is green. Fire is red. Well, that would be a problem. Explains a bit, though. Because that, we definitely do need to make sure that that system stays fed, because it's running all the chunk loaders. Of course, not that it really matters anymore. How are you guys doing? Are you still linked? They haven't moved in a while, so hopefully that means they're okay. They're all also still showing the same inventory levels. I'm betting... I'm seriously betting this one is all messed up. So if we go, we resonate you, come down here, take everything out of this one again. Can we? There we go. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Now, oops, wait, we can easily check those by just walking over here. You say 6416 and whoop, pipe 6416. Okay. So those are okay. We're gonna run into trouble then with the only place the fire truly matters is over here, because it's feeding the lava system. But yeah, see, this one says 78. Let's just bring it back for a few minutes here. Then we'll get back to hopefully be able to get back to the Livingrock system. Yeah, see, not the same. And we unlock, there we go. And we link from one with materials. Ooh, you stupid potato. There we go. Bad potato. There, that's better. Okay, now we can put this back where it was, and it should be okay. I get the feeling I'm going to be finding barrel issues for quite some time. Like, all those need to be relinked over there, but that's not the end of the world. They're not really being actively used right now, because this also broke the entropium system, which is neat, but I don't think it's going to be nearly fast enough or safe enough as far as the TNT production, so we'll have to kind of look at a different way to do that. Let's go here. Alright. Whoa. Nope, down. No. Okay, let's see. Where did I put all the stuff before the panic? Alright, stuff. You. What was in you? Ah, coal. Let's just come down here. Plop. Not set to auto suck. That's better. The roll is right. Let's go. Okay, so the pieces we really need right now. You. Some of these. Those. Yeah, I think we can get by with most of that. Okay. Do I have plugs? Yeah, I do. Okay. We need to break some more grass because I need to be able to get around this thing. Oops. Oh well. Alright, now the real trick. Can I hit that tiny little hole? There we go. Okay, so the thought here is that on a pulse, these will break whatever's on top of them. So we would come over here. We would get some stone. And these will sit like this. And they will slowly be converted in. Now we're going to need some basic gates. Since we didn't bring any gates, let's actually... No, they're not here. Here, yeah. Done. No, we don't have to keep running back and forth. Project box. It will totally get put away when we're done. Honest. And not just be left there forever and, you know, constantly being looked at going, where's all that stuff at? Now we need some wire. Let's take all of it. Let's take some basic Antarctics. We're going to need a couple normals. Yeah, we're close. We'll start with this. Alright, so now these pipes all need that little thingy. And then we're going to walk all the way back there and get the gate copier because I don't feel like setting the settings on all of these. And let's put some wire on them so they will accept our settings. And, oh, did I get you? Did I? I think I did. And almost you. How about you? Okay, good. Let's go grab the gate copier and then try to remember how to use it. Alright. Oh, hello there. So what we want is we want on red wire signal to 2. Come on, come on. Where are you? There you go. Pulse. Copied. Okay, so right click to copy, shift right click, shift right click. And you. Alright. Now, hoppers. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of hoppers. Ooh, wait. And 8 of those, which means we also need another one of those. That's right, the gate wasn't actually on, it wasn't on the stripe pipe, it was on the pump, because the pump sends it through. More hoppers. There's 5. Gotta have more somewhere. Getting there. Nope. Come on. Nope. Here? Oh well. We'll just make do with what we got. So, how do we want to do this? We need to fly, and we're actually going to have to take all these off, of course. But hopefully the gate copier will remember what we taught it, and then we won't have to worry about it. So those can stay there. We need these. Fall. There we go. And so we get our input pipes on. Is this a good time to mention that I haven't actually tested this design yet? I did it on graph paper while I was watching other videos. So who knows if it'll work? Let's see. No. Yes. And there. Okay. Now, what we should be able to do, that's not going to work because they don't have red wire on them, so they will immediately lose that setting. There. Almost. There we go. So now we should just be able to go shift right click. Okay, good. Let's do this again. Luckily this is still faster than the way we were doing it in the past. Every time I forget to bring the copier with us. Okay. Alright. Now, we need to get the hoppers facing in a direction where we don't really have to worry about them. I think the easiest way to do that is just going to be here. Yeah, we'll just use up some grass. Cannonball. Can I reach that from here? Nope. It's just going to be to place, to place a block. I did not need to place those. Come on. Hurry up before my flight wears off. And I fall again. Alright, so we need a donut. Then we will put our hoppers. Oh yeah, I didn't have enough. How soon we forget things. Okay. Like, why did I just rip down all that dirt when I needed some of it still? This, and that, and then that one can come back. Okay, so we'll leave that stuff there. Now what we need... Up. Okay, so in theory, these are backwards. Oh, I had them right in the first place. Oh well, we'll just make these the loaders. That's not that big a deal. Alright, we'll fix that. We'll deal with that. So, which means we're going to need another 8. We have more. How many stripies do we have left? Any? Where did I put them all? I know it. Oh. Already forgot about it. Not enough. How do we make more? Gold gears. Really? Gold? Alright, well, proof of concept. How do we have them set up right there? So, let's just say 1 here. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, so those would be the extractions. So then what we'll need to do is those will need to come out and go down without connecting to anything else so they can go into an input. The easiest thing to do, I'm wondering if might not be just to run a loop around and then have it come down somewhere. For that, we'll need some irons, and the sun's going down again. This will more than likely get changed because, you know, that's just how it usually works. So if we have it, let's just say it comes out on this side, which means we're not going to need an iron. Come on. We can just use golds, and we can wrap it around. But now these will need to be irons because they're not smart enough to realize that they should not try and jam themselves back through a pipe. And it will come around to here. And here. Okay. There. Let's sleep real quick. Can we? Come on. It's funny how the sun never sets as fast as you want it to, but it always sets faster than you think it will when you don't want it to. Weird how that works. Okay, now we need a wrench. And we want this direction to flow this way. We want... incorrect. Hole. We want these, which are currently not attached to anything. You do not need to be that. You can be a gold, so you'll get a bit of a speed boost. And we want this one to go that way and that way. Then we will send this one. You know what? Actually, for the time being, we'll just leave it right here. We'll just put a piece of gold right here. And iron. Make it go that way. Okay, now you. Okay, so we're missing a couple hoppers. We're missing some stripe pipes. Not that big a deal. So what we need this to do basically is we need these to pulse, which will eat all those blocks. And we're just going to have to set it up. You know, I think we can actually do it all from up here for the time being. So what we're going to need, we'll just wrap the signal around this way. See if we have any problems with it. And to there. Wire these up. And that one. These need to be connected in so they're in the loop. Then we need you. We need some structural. Get our wire back out. Cannonball. And what we'll do is we'll pull our signal from here for the time being. That will link over. Phone is beeping. Pause, please. Okay. All right, let's see. So that connects it up there. What we will do is let's put, for the time being, wait, no. We want you to be a plain old boring gate. Your job is when you receive a redstone signal, you will emit a red pipe signal. And you, now we need you back. We're going to go here, 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 and not even close. Here. And we should be able to just paste these settings back on because they are the same for all of them. Now, we need an hourglass because this section is pretty much toast. We're just going to take this for now. Let's do here. Man, that won't work. Too close. This needs to be able to hit it, so we're going to kick that up to 4. Put the hourglass here. Redstone, redstone, redstone. What you got? 11. Ooh, rolling in the redstone dust. You connect there. You loop around to here. Plain old boring sand. No. Takes a little over a minute for a piece to convert, but for testing purposes we do not want to wait a minute. We need a button. Alright. I really want a button. Oh well, I guess we will use sand. Okay, so the real question is going to be, when this happens, where did I put all the stone? There it is. What we need to happen here is for those all to be connected. Are they connected? They are not, because that would be convenient. In theory, this would need to be down a little bit, but we're just, no. We're going to have to wrap red wire around all of this. I'm going to need to rethink this because this is really messy and I want this to be flush with the ground. We're not going to worry about that one for now. Actually, no, this is fine. Oh, every time. Why is that not connected? Huh, weird. It only really matters right now. Let's see, those are all going to pulse. That's fine, it'll break it all, that's okay. But only one of them is going to put it back because that's the only one that's connected. So let's just see what happens. So flip. Only one of them broke. Why way over there? That's the only one that broke. Weird. Alright. This might be back to that reason why I had those things running so far. All the way around. Okay, good. Let me make a few more repeaters and I'll be right back. Okay. Are you ready for test number 2? Let's put this thing back because we want to see what happens. We also want to, let's see, that one's connected there. This is our way down. Toss into this hopper some stone. Oops, wrong button. So we can see if it actually replenishes. Alright. And it flips. Okay. All of those broke. Perfect. Okay, so we need some more striped pipes, which is golden glass. Yeah, striped pipes plus 2 more hoppers. Okay, materials need to be crafted. I will be back. Alright, so let's see. We got these running and we're up and going. Got the 2 hoppers added down here, and I'm not on the ground yet. There we go. Okay, so I got a loop of clay pipes here. I wanted it to be basically just a line. I don't want it to be a complete circle. So if we say this is the input right here, so we'll have something here to input. And then what we're going to do is run, can I reach that? Okay, yellow pipe or yellow pipe wire around here. Now the purpose of this is, let's put you right there. Yeah, for now it's good enough. We take these and we wrap our standard emerald gates like this. Okay, so we got those 3. We don't need that one. Come back around here. This one, this one, this one, and that one. And now we need our pipe copier. Can I get to it? I can. Cool. Pipe, copier. There we go. Now, we'll come down here. Oops, too far. Oh well. Oh, and actually, no, I can reach them. So, what we want this one to be is if the inventory contains less than, let's just say, 50% of the material we're looking for. And the material we want is stone. So it contains less than 50% of its inventory is stone. What we want it to do is emit a yellow pipe signal. Basically, that is that hopper's way of saying, I don't have enough materials, give me. And then what we want to do is copy that all the way around, which is going to light all of these up because none of them have enough of the material. So we'll put that there and to you, which gives us what we need. Then we take the Octarctic one here. This one goes onto this emerald extraction pipe, and it gets told when it has a yellow pipe signal, we want it to pulse. So it knows that whenever it has that signal, one of these hoppers needs stone, and that it should send it. And then all we need to do is get a lot of stone, which shouldn't be that big a deal. Let's just put it here and grab that. Okay, good enough for now. So now if we come down here, drop down here and here, put that there. Now it will start flowing once I give it a white list or a black list, which we'll just say black list for this one. Now the way this is working is it is going to have to fill 5 stacks into this one, you know, all the way around. That's just kind of a given because we don't have anything right now, at least anything that I'm aware of, with such a small inventory to only hold like a stack. That would be the optimal. So we need a lot more normal stone. I don't remember, do we have a lot of it here? We've got a bit. So that's good enough. So if we come around here, we fill as many of these up as we can to get a little bit ahead of the curve. Nope, too far. Down, up, down, whoa. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see, you're full. You are not. Shovel? No. Okay. Gets us going there. Our flight's still holding steady. 10? Yep, okay. Now, where were we? Got you done. You know. And this one. Okay, that one has enough. Now, the reason we've got this here is if it comes around and, because this is going to pipe out more than one at a time, so it's entirely possible that it will push out enough, like maybe it'll put out 10 when we only need 8. So this allows it to kind of loop back around into the system. At least that's the general idea, which means we actually want it to come down. And we're going to need to plug that, or, well, that's interesting. And we will put you here. No, you are iron. I think we're just going to leave, we'll leave it at gold for now, since we'll manually keep track of this for the time being. And then if we come up here, and we grab our 2 minutes worth of soul sand, watch my frames per second drop down to 10. Yay! Where do we need to look to make it not freak out? Anywhere? No. There we go. Okay, so what we need to do first is pulse it to get it started. Actually, to do that, I think what we'll do is we'll just use a lever. And that will take them all down. Oh, fizzle sticks. But, oh, no. Red wire, where's the red wire? Forgot to link them all together. Oh, that's interesting. We do not need that much. I didn't even think of that. We've already got a red signal on each one of these sections, so all we really need to do is that. Like I said, this is a mess. It needs to be looked at because it's a little messy. That should connect all those together. Let's grab our structural that we dropped down here. And I'm pretty sure we're probably over the time limit I was aiming for, but you know, that happens. And we're going to need a barrel on this end because we're going to want this stuff to be able to go somewhere. Come here. So we'll put that there. Put our stone in there. Okay. Now. Okay. So this should start going. It doesn't have that much time left, so hopefully we'll get to see what's going on here. So see, that converted. The idea would be like 1 minute and 15 seconds, but we can't do that. At least not in any way that I'm aware of right now, but it's almost ready to flip over here. Now the reason I want all this is because I want to build something above this island. And what I want to build is basically a big cube, kind of like your old Star Trek board cube. But we're going to make it a living rock. And come on, pulse. Okay, broke. Coming up there. Why for you no play good? You got a gate. Well, that would do it. When you have a red pipe signal, you were supposed to do that. Okay, good. Alright, we got the one non-believer fixed. We had some grass. We did. Let's just fill that back in so I don't keep falling. You can look a little better. And we'll leave our one little secret way in. By secret, I mean right there. Okay. Now, again, the sun goes down just when I want to start talking. Let's... no. Bed. Really? And... okay. Now? Yay. Okay. Let's see here. So if we come over... you know what? Let's actually start over here. Now, looking at this thing, so if you look at it here, so if we fly up a little bit, you can see about how big this is. So each one of these is a 3x3 set of chunks. So we're 9 chunks by 9 chunks. And it's like 11 blocks deep. But what I'm looking to build is going to be 9 by 9 by 9. So a 9 chunk cube up in the air. It's going to be 144 blocks tall. Basically, it'll be 144 blocks on every side. But what I'm not sure about right now is how tall I want it off the ground. Because we've got a decent amount of leeway. Because right now, what are we on? Y68. So when you look at it, 44 blocks from Y64 is what, 208? Something like that, assuming math. So sky level is up there in the 200s, up to 50, I think. 128, so it should be like 255, 256. So we've got some room to play with here. So if we come up, we don't want it to be so close that we can't grow anything down here. You know, like if we, because I was thinking about actually covering the island in trees eventually. So we want it to be up a little ways, but I wasn't sure how far up. How much did we use? 64, so we've used what, 21 blocks? So if we were to go up that high, I don't even know if that's high enough. So that's 21. Whoa, hello, frame rate. So 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Whatever. 32. So if we say it's the 32nd block, then what we would do is it would go this way, and it would go this way. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And whoa, nope. Oh, I'm gonna fall. Woo. And this way. You can do it. Come on. Okay. Now we're gonna put some torches here because otherwise bad things will happen. And no, I do not intend to build this entire thing by hand. I'm hoping to make some patterns in the architect table and use the machine to build it, the builder or whatever the heck it's called. Okay, so we've got this, and then the wall comes in like this. Basically, it's going to be it would look like one solid block of Livingrock. I always want to call it Livingstone. I always pick the wrong one. It's really weird how that works. And there. And we'll just put a torch there. That should be good enough. Is it? It is. And we'll put one there. Now, once we get this going, so I'm going to grab some more. Just kind of give you a basic layout here. 3. That should be the 4th block, which it is. Perfect. So we want to have enough room that we can give it some, some type of flare on the outside. So it's not just a flat cube. So the plan here is to do this. So this would be kind of an area we could work with, pipes, whatever. This would be what would be the internal wall. That gives us 3 blocks to work with, because what I'm thinking is on the outside, what we could actually do would be in certain areas, like in a pattern, build it up like that, and then have something in here like glass, or some of the Alpine glass, or maybe the Mana glass, or anything else we have that is of an appropriate color, whatever mixes well and looks okay with this, but is different, like it's bright. So at night you'd be able to see it, but we'd also, depending on what it was made of, you may have to sink it in farther because you wanted to give it a little bit of a three-dimension to it. So that's kind of the idea of what we're looking at here, and that's the reason I wanted to start with the automation of the Livingrock. Hey, I got it right, Livingrock. Because you think about it, 144 cubed. So basically we need 144 by 144 times 2. Then we're looking at what? 144 by 144 times 2. Then it would be like 142 times 142 times 2, I think. And then the same for the bottom and top. That's how many blocks we're going to need. We're just going to need an absolute ton. Now, that thing, if it peaks the top of the building, there's going to be a large hole to let that go through. There's also going to be a hole in the bottom to let that tree come through. So it's through the middle of the cube here. Now let's pop down. Okay. Yeah, that might be high enough. I mean, in theory, we could go all the way up to build limit and come down from there, and then the cube would be probably above the tree. Maybe I'll have to look at it and do some math and figure out where it can sit and decide if that's actually the level it's going to sit at. And then, but that piece right there is going to get cut out. So it's basically going to be free floating, and we'll use either teleposers, gates of the fold, something, probably gates actually, to get up and down. But before we get to that point, we are going to have to get this sorted out and figure out how to keep up with it. It may be one of those things where it's just a bunch of hoppers and the standard, what are these things called? Woo. Auto workbench, because these are slow, but they're solid. They just keep working. Whereas the autos seem to have really funky issues. Like this thing, if I put a hopper on the bottom of it, like right here, it will only pull out this piece. Whereas with the assembler here, this output is the same channel as their input. And I wonder, I'll have to look these up, because I thought you could put a pattern here. I wonder if that could change things a little bit. Maybe it would make it so it was only allowed to output certain things. I'll have to look and see, because that's the biggest downfall of these right now, is I can't just slap a pipe on it and say extract. I have to filter that pipe to make sure that it only takes out the TNT. Otherwise it will suck out all the sand, the gunpowder, it'd pull out, everything you need to actually do the craft, and you'd end up spewing it all over the place, which we don't like. Oh, that's what it was. I had a comment and a question asking what we were using all this mana for. We're using all this mana for, are you on? You're off. On. For the life imbuer, which is sitting right there on top of that thing. Whoop. Right there. You can kind of see its teeth right there coming down off of it. This spreader right here is feeding it a constant flow of mana from a pool above it. That allows this spawner to run when we are not standing here. Otherwise, I'd have to be standing like right here, because the spawners only have like a 17 block circle or spherical activation radius. So if I move way out here and that thing dies, that's it. There aren't going to be any more spawning. But you can see, you can kind of see right there, there's mana being transitioned into it right now. And that's because this thing just ate a potato. So that'll go, and then it eventually, like you'll see it pulse, and then one will spawn. It doesn't work fast, but it works continuously. And we're still at 1 million. So this has been working by itself enough to keep that going, enough to keep our farm going over here. So that, I'd like to get enough power in there that we could make a room, like, so when we finally design a room around that, so that we can have more than one. We can have a couple life imbuers running, and it just, it doesn't have to slow down. It can just work. And that's going to suck a whole bunch of stuff in here. That's kind of why I've got the cucumbers and the tomatoes, all these magical foods, because they can be used to make the magical food. Had me worried for a second there. It was all screwing up again or something. How are we doing for pearls? All right. Because that apparently, if we go magical food, we don't need fertilizer, so food. 6 hunger. So that will burn. It'll burn for 6 seconds in that flour. But you can see it takes all 9 of the magical foods, which we have because I was addicted to crop mutations. So we have a lot of them. So I started those growing. Now, what I want to see, I think I have them all in the system, which I think I do. Oh, man, that's got me worried those are going to freak out again. I mean, we were lucky I managed to recover the world. I thought for sure this thing was toast when I logged in and found out it was like 30-some minutes behind. But, so if we come, where am I? There I am. Over here. How are we doing? Yeah, we don't have a ton of them, but they're doing okay. So they're not doing that bad. But that can be converted. Did I get one of each? I did. So in theory, I don't think the order matters. I thought you just had to have all 9 of them. And corn. And you get, okay, so you only get 1 magical food. The actual format on the recipe, the wiki, with the recipe on the wiki had 8 of the magical foods with one of the nature essence in the middle, and it gave you 4. So in theory, if we come around here, how are you doing, little piggy? So if we toss that in there, eventually it will feed that to it, and it's better because the potatoes are only worth like 2.5. But what it ends up doing is it takes this and it's 6 hunger bars, which it counts for 12. So it splits that into half haunches. So that's 12 times whatever power it produces for however long. But then it will produce that power, and then it will sit for 6 seconds, eat another one, and produce more. So I'm thinking that, I don't know if that's better than the potatoes. I mean, we would kind of have to set up 2 side by side, those systems set up, and okay, here's a stack into each of them. They each have their own pool, go, and we just see which one is capable of producing more power. That might be a test that'll have to be done. How are you doing? It's dark again. Oh, we're up to 58. That's awesome. Okay, so the 2 things I wanted to get covered today was the creation of the Livingrock system. So, like I said, it's messy. I really wanted it to be fully flush with the ground. So what I may have to do is find some way to kind of change the way it's set up. Who knows? We'll see. But, so this kind of works. Well, actually it does work, which is good. What I may do is set up more of them, because I was the original design was to hope that this would be tileable, which it kind of can be if you look at it. I could take another one just like it and just set it right next to it. So this line was shared, and we could just kind of keep it going, and each of them would have their own input. Actually, they wouldn't need their own input. They could all share the same input line, they could share the same output line, all that stuff. So that might be what I'll set up, because like I said, we're going to need a ton of stone. I'll do the math and find out what we need there. How are you doing, little guy? Almost. And come on. Come on. Pop. And, oh, no, don't want to stand there. That will actually create a block right under you if you're not careful. I was too close. If you're too close, it prevents it from creating the block, so it just pops it and throws it. Which, could be worse, I guess. Maybe just in case. Where'd we put that thing? Nope. Yes. Just in case. Yeah. Just in case it starts spewing stone. Ooh. What we should probably do... We should probably have another thing here capable of accepting cobblestone, just in case, because sometimes the timing isn't quite right and you end up with a piece of cobblestone, and the last thing we want to do is create another death loop like we had before. So I think we can just pop that right there. We'll toss some cobble in it. That should help. So, alright, so what I have to do, I have to figure out exactly how much materials we need. At 2 minutes a pop, how many of these, 2 minutes for 8, how many of these we need to achieve the amount of material we need. So, yeah. That one, okay, good. Alright, so I need to know how many of these we're going to need to keep up with the amount of materials we're going to need, how high that's going to be. Yeah, that should be workable. So we definitely want to start on that. And this, in the meantime, is eventually going to have to get fixed because I want more power. So something that can craft a boatload of TNT would be awesome. We're actually going to put this stuff away for now. And there, because we don't want that mixing in. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it that route, and then hopefully next time we'll have something a little more solid as far as how the plans are going to go for that, how that's doing, things, things of that nature, and we'll see. And kind of go from there. But for now, I think we're going to say thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more videos, hit that subscribe button and you will see more videos. If you happen to know someone who might like seeing the server nearly go critical mass and us almost losing everything, or the creation of a Livingrock generator, or the start of that, the explanation of that concept, send them a link. Maybe they'll like the video, maybe they'll subscribe. They get to be happy because they got something to watch. You get to be happy because you got to share, and I get to be happy because channel support is awesome and always appreciated. So again, thank you for watching.